Hey folks, future Marstead talking to you. So the episode you're about to watch was recorded in February of 2020, immediately after the last PAX East in Boston, right before everything got shut down and everybody started canceling events. So I got super sick after PAX. I didn't get the thing, but I got a really bad head cold. And it's very noticeable because I haven't had a cold in like a year and a half for reasons. I wonder why that is. So you can, I did my best to go back and edit out all of the coughing and the sniffling, but you can really hear that I'm sick from my voice. So I end up being okay. It's fine. In the episode, I do a bunch of God Wars dungeon with Chaos Factor. There's not a lot of live commentary for that. I kind of learned, and I talk about this in the video essay, that like the first kill of a boss isn't terribly exciting, and there's not a lot to say anyway. So while in the commentary I say, "Oh my god, I didn't say anything," future Marstead, go back and edit in commentary over the top of it. I didn't do that because, like I said, there's not a lot to say. It'll be more interesting when I start farming these bosses, and when I have 100 kills of one of the God Wars dungeon bosses, I'm probably going to have something to say about it. Last thing, I do want to talk a little bit about the video essay that for you went up about a week ago. That will be at the end of the video after everything else is done. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll talk to you again in a little bit. See ya. Hey, I'm back. I've just been dorking around in the bank here, watching a video. This is the gear that I'll be bringing, the ancient maces, just so that I don't get attacked by Bandos minions on the way over there. I'll be using the dragon scimitar for the actual fight. I'm actually going to go and get a crystal halberd, which I think I have access to now from finishing one of the hard diaries. It's 750,000 coins, which is brutal, but it seems like it would be pretty useful. And then Chaos and I are going to go give it a shot, see what happens. Alright, I think I've got my gear put together. Just to kind of go over it here. Chaos Factor is going to take a little bit to set up. Got inventory of brews, the super combats I made earlier, 5 house teletabs to get out. I'll be using the dragon scimitar to fight. I'm also going to use the crystal halberd for the spec, which is pretty good apparently. And then I've got a rope and a hammer to get in. Bring in ancient d'hide, Sammy Blessing, and Ancient Mace to avoid getting aggroed. Probably should have brought, instead of the Ancient Mace, should have brought like the Bandos rune plate so I can do more damage to the ads inside, but I think this will be fine for killing goblins. But I'm just going to chill here. You'll probably see a fast forward as I wait for Chaos. Actually, I'm just going to be waiting here for 10 minutes or so, so I might go ahead and split the recording, stop the timer while I stand here and wait. I'll do that. I'm back. Didn't wait around very long. Forgot that we need to kill goblins to get in. We're going to hold on to our ecumenical keys. Tie a rope to hole. Oh, I guess I already read a rope here. I must have done a diary here or something. Maybe not. Oh no, I just did tie the rope. What are you doing in the snow? My name is Sir Jerry. I'm a member of a secret society of knights. Time is short and I need your help. Take this roll of the certificate and file it apart. Do not read it. Okay, so this is my first time in here. It looks like when you first log in, when you first drop down in here, you can get attacked by all sorts of enemies. Right to the top left corner, there's only Zamorak and Bandos up here, so it's pretty safe. Alright, got my 40 goblin kills, waiting on Chaos Factor now. Fast forward for a bit, might end up stopping the recording and restarting it, depending. Just so I'm not standing around, I'm going to go ahead and fight more goblins. Drop a champion scroll, right? Oh, never mind, Chaos is here. Do you hear the new Bandos Battalion music? That's cool. Alright, I think we're ready to give this a try. It'll be the same as prior bosses. I'm probably not going to be able to talk while we attempt it, but I'll try to put a note on the file to add some commentary after the fact. I'm going to be going in there, switching to DSIM, protection from range. Chaos has to hit it first. Well, I died. He switched targets to me somehow. I was under the impression he couldn't do that. So I died. I think it was because Chaos. Like, it looked like we were doing pretty good on damage, but I think he dropped aggro because Chaos may have been under him for too long. I'll also try Googling it soon and try to figure out why that happened. Got my shit back. Thankfully, people were fighting it. Let's try another attempt. No flinching this time. Alright, we've got one kill count, and now we're on our second one, and it's going pretty well. I'm enjoying this quite a bit. First attempt went about exactly as we planned. Well, second attempt. First attempt didn't go well. We should be able to stay here for a minute. Pretty exciting.
I had to take a bit of a long break there. I'm back. Had some fun fighting General Grador. Definitely something we can put on farm. 6 to 7 kills per run is not terrible. Even if it is a 1 in 400 drop rate. I'm going to go clean up my inventory, alch some of this stuff, and then we got to go do farming daily stuff. Alright. Farming stuff is done, so I'm gonna alch these 1400 longbows. Click, click, click. Magic 85. Just 6 levels to go for the Diary Cape. Alright, all of the U longbows have been alched. Gotta find something new to do here that's AFK. I should level up fishing, because I need to get higher than RuneCraft so that Tears of Gothic still works for it. I have to level up Slayer soon too, I forgot about that. Let's go do fishing. I guess I'll go do monkfish, because I need to be AFK. And I'm down to like 940, so... Alright, I think we're going to go to God of War's dungeon and give a shot at Krill. I'm going to go ahead and split the recording. I'm just going to put my equipment together, discuss what we're doing with Chaos Factor. I'm also going to update the VOD title for that fishing run to make sure that I fast forward through all of these sniffling and typing from that window. See you. Alright, I'm back. Haven't really moved from this spot, just adjusted my inventory, discussed our plan with Chaos Factor. I am going to go and get Arclight. Got to go to the center of the Karen catacombs for that. It's pretty easy to do. So I'm going to grab Arclight real quick, and I guess I should go ahead and also bring a regular Dragon Scimitar, because I don't want to waste Arclight on the mobs in the dungeon. Yeah, so we'll go get this, and then I'll get the rest of my gear together, and then we're going to go give Krill a shot. Use Darklight on altar. Combine Darklight with 3 ancient shards, yes. Arclight has 1,000 charges. Dope. So I'll have to do more Slayer tasks down here. Recharge that thing. Alright, heading to check out Krill's chambers. Same kind of deal. It's complicated when I'm playing with somebody else. It's difficult for me to unmute and talk while I'm typing to Chaos, so hopefully I will mark the VOD to remind myself to add some commentary once this gets published, and just see the entire fight fast forwarded. Zamorak Zoo is the music that plays here. Interesting. Okay, got the kill count for this boss attempt. I'm gonna go grab a soda real quick, waiting on Chaos to finish his, and then we'll give it a try. Definitely didn't talk during our first couple of kills, but it went fine. He hit pretty hard. Arclight's very, very strong. He's about 25 charges per attack. Oh god. Today I learned the ad can respawn. I was killing the ad first because it was hitting him really hard. He's got very low magic defense. Well, turns out that's a mistake. Let's not do that next time. I guess that's why you're supposed to kill the boss first. Chaos got his 1 kill count. Looking pretty good. Very cool. Got a solid 7 kills? 6 kills. Went pretty well. Gonna research the other 2 now. Alright, I'm gonna do the same thing, go to a bank, and then cut the recording while we research the fight. I'll come back and report my findings. Looks like this is a kiting fight, so it's pretty different from the one we just did, I should say. Okay, I think we're ready to go try Commander Ziliana. Just gonna go through my inventory here. I've got my typical range set up. There's not a lot I can do about it. Bringing a Holy Blessing to not get aggroed by the Ceradoman minions. Diamond Bolts, we're going to use an Ecumenical Key, because fighting the 40 kills is kind of a pain in the air. I gotta go put 2 ropes down. I'm probably going to do that and then come back. Ceradoman Brews, Prayer Potions, and then Stamina Potions, because this is all about kiting her around the room. A little nervous about this one, because I think we have to share kind of, sort of, who's tanking. But I'm going to go place my ropes, and then we're gonna give it a try. Tie rope around rock. And looks like if I ever get a blowpipe's really good in here. Killing the ads. Got our first kill in, went pretty well. Very slow compared to the other bosses, but I could potentially see myself soloing this boss to try to get the ACV. It would be miserable, but possible.
Chaos Factor got his kill. That's good. Pretty good kills here. Alright, we finished up our Ceradomin trip. Turns out that my higher stats and range made a huge difference. In fact, I might even be able to solo Sarah. I might look into trying that later. I won't be able to kill the ads, but it'd be nice if I could go and try to get a ACB by myself. I'm going to look into maybe doing kree'arra here. See what else would go into it. Alright, we're going to give Kree a quick attempt. I think you do it using chins, which is pretty silly. Give that method a shot. Might not win. If we don't, we'll just come back and try another time. So the strategy for Kree appears to be, well, there's a strategy. I guess there are other ways you could do it, but you lure the boss and the melee minion into a corner, and then use your chins on the melee boss, the melee enemy. Because I guess Chinchampas attack the defense of your primary target and then do splash damage. So the melee minion has significantly lower defense. Grapple across. Song. Doesn't break my grapple, so we're safe. I watch this person do it, assuming they're going to do the chin method. Watching this Iron Man solo the boss, so it's pretty straightforward. They're not using the chins method, just kind of face tanking the ad and shooting it a bunch. Okay, we're going to give kree'arra a try. Again, I'll probably add a note to add commentary after. Got our first kill. It's a little messy, but it worked. Try to get chaos that KC. That was fun. Got Chaos's kill count. Awesome. Alright, just to celebrate, I now have the Elite Frenetic Diary entry done. I've killed the God Wars generals. It's got to level up Slayer, Agility. I think I can do the Agility one now if I boost. And RuneCraft, it's not going to be fun. There's an argument to not do this, though, because I have a really, really easy way to repeat attempts against Vorkath that I will lose if I get the Elite Diary. But I guess with the Elite Diary, I get an infinite Relic of Teleport, so I guess I would lose one inventory slot, but not the end of the world. Anyway, I'm going to take a break for now. Hey, I'm back just to do some quick farming-related stuff, and maybe some fishing or something. Something AFK. I've just learned not to solo Commander Ziliana. Seems that
being able to stand still in DPS for a bit makes a pretty big difference. Worth a try, though. I might try kree'arra, since I still have the gear for it. So I'm going to go try to get a solo kree'arra kill. And then I'm going to use my chins. I'm going to see about using the Monkey Madness 2K because I haven't given it a shot yet. I want to see if it's reasonable XP rate. If it is, then I'll probably go and farm for chins, even though that sounds terrible. Let's see how soloing goes, though. I had to go get an extra keys in case I die. I need to build my stuff there. Okay, so I am able to solo kree'arra, but uses all of my resources. So, only going to duo those bosses. At least until I get way better gear. I'm going to go try out chins in the Monkey Madness 2 caves. Holy crap. I got around 400k XP an hour at one point there. Used up all my chins, so I've learned that I can do this. It's not that big of a deal. I can even make it kind of AFK. I just have to go hunt a shitload of chinchompas. So I'm going to go do that, even though I don't enjoy it. Yo, so I was in a limited commentary situation last night. A lot of noise in the living room. I was just trying to hunt for chins because I saw how good the XP was from Monkey Madness 2. I was talking to Chaos Factor about it after we used chins on kree'arra. And the XP is insanely good, but I need to get about 7 hours of hunting chins in order to get enough chins to get 1 hour of inventory space to use them down in the caves. Which honestly might be worth it, because I could get several range levels, and that's going to make several of the bosses I'm currently going up against way easier. But it looks like the math works out. So I get about 60k an hour when I'm AFK in Nightmare Zone. I get about 600k an hour in MM2 if I'm doing it right. But I have to do, 7 hours of hunter prep to be able to get that 1 hour of ranged XP training. I've got some dailies to do. I'm going to go take care of my farming, pick up my herb boxes, all that fun stuff, and then I'm going to look for something new to do. No idea what we're up to lately. No main goal to focus on. Slayer is one that I should probably go pretty hard on for multiple reasons, so I might think about doing that. But we'll see as the day progresses. So I think I am going to try chinning, not chinning, but ice bursting. Magic's another skill that I really need to get up there, both for the diary and just in general. So after I finish this farming run, I'm going to try to get those runes together. Chaos, Death, and Water runes. Regret selling some of those Chaos runes a while ago in order to get the rubies I needed for the Melted Dixite Talisman, but I don't think I used that many of them. It's not the end of the world. Okay, so I got a good chunk of runes. I'm not sure how much of them I'm going to burn, how many of them I'm going to burn in an hour. But I've got still over 20,000 Chaos runes and over 10,000 Death runes. What's probably going to have to happen is after I do this, this will give me a reason to go back and do barrows. And do barrows specifically for the runes, for magic XP. And then hopefully along the way I'll get the gear that I need from barrows to go back to Nightmare Zone. Yeah. Death runes are my catching point, but could be worse. Alright, here we go. Give this a try here. Just going pretty well on the whole. Got 325k GP worth of prayer potion drops, which is, I don't know, about 2/3 of the money I probably spent on the runes that I used. As long as I pick up every potion, obviously I'll drink some of them to keep going down there. I might be able to make some money. Magic 86. I'm going to stick here until 95 hit points. Oh, maybe not actually. I just noticed that I've got an hour to go to 95 hit points. I'm going to stay until my inventory is full. Alright, I'm going to take a break for now, but it looks like I can get a few more hours worth of magic grinding down there, and I think I'll do that. I'll go until I'm down to 1,000 death runes. Probably get to 87? Probably won't be able to get past 87, but 87 would be nice. Definitely get hit points to 95. I would very much like to get magic to 90. I think I need, was it 90 or 91 for diary? 91. Well, technically 92 for diary, yeah. If I want to use a magic potion instead of stew. Elite Wilderness Diary is spellbook swap. Teleport to Korok. Oh no, it's a teleport. So actually no, 91, because I only have to cast it one time, then I don't need to get all the way to 92. Yeah, so I think, you've watched almost 1,500 hours of this playthrough so far. yeah, almost 1,500 hours, you know that I'll say, I'm going to go do this, and I don't do it. But one of the things that's on my plate now is potentially leveling magic to 91, doing that by using up all my runes in the Monkey Madness caves, and then when I run out of runes, running barrows until I get runes again, and then just repeating that up until 91. It'd be good to get to that level anyway. Might put me in a position where Zul'Ra is more reasonable. My magic accuracy is higher as a result. Like I said, I'm taking a break. I'll be back later. Okay. And I'm back. I'm going to go do some more Monkey Madness 2 bursting while I get some work done. Alright, so I fell 4 times when trying to come here, and now I've hopped to several servers, and every server I've hopped to, someone has been here. It's 8 p.m. on a Sunday night. I don't know why it's so hopping. Finally found a server. Jeez, that was really complicated. Alright, now I can go into autopilot and get some work done. There's Magic 87. Surprised I got it as fast as I did. Basically out of Death Runes. I just realized that at 86 I unlocked Smoke Barrage, and that might be a better way to do this. I'm going to finish filling up my prayer potions here. I think I can fit one more in my inventory. I'm going to bounce out of here, go to sleep. Yeah, when I come back, I might try Smoke Barrage. It's got a slightly higher max hit. Uses much more expensive runes, so that might change the calculus a bit. I figure I'll give it a shot. I am planning on reselling all these prayer potions. That should help pay for the rune cost a little bit. Definitely want to do this until I get to 91 magic, because I need 91 magic anyway for the final diary. And because it would help me with tons of other content. Literally tons of other content. Spore isn't up in 43 minutes. I gotta go to bed though, it's past my bedtime. I'll get it in the morning, get it back on, kind of sort of on the cycle with everything else. Hopefully it looks like all my teak trees should be done in the morning, so that might be another thing I'll do. We'll see if I go straight back into bursting. Depends on how AFK I need to be. I grew those teak trees so I could do a 2-ticking teak log farming trick on Fossil Island. Then I'll have to practice a little bit, but if I can get that done, I very much want to disassemble my crystal axe, but I don't want to do that until I've finished woodcutting. So that's either taking woodcutting to 85, possibly 86. you'd be able to get within boost range to finish the 90 wood cutting task, which is to chop some redwood logs. So we'll see how fast that is, how tolerable it is, whether I want to do one thing or the other. Alright, I'm going to sleep. Good night. Hey there, good morning. Daily stuff. I might go try the teak trees for a bit. That was weird. I used a house teletab and RuneLight crashed. I've never seen that happen before. Farming 90. Still no bottomless compost bucket. I'm probably going to get it like right when I get to 94 farming, which is my goal, because then I can boost to make all those spirit trees. Now grow redwood trees. So I'm gonna go give woodcutting a try, but I really need to do fishing because Tears of Gothics came up. I'm gonna see how it goes really quick. And then probably pivot to doing something fishing related. So I didn't have very much luck with trying to do the 1.5 tick method. I'll have to practice it some other time. I ended up getting on a phone call and having to be AFK, so I just cut the logs normally. I did hit 82 wood cutting. I need to get 3 more levels. Chaos Factor's on. We're thinking about doing some God Wars dungeon, so I'm going to take a quick break to prep for that, and then I'll come back and we'll get some kills in. Getting close to 1,500 hours here. Dang. Alright, I'm back and prepped for Zamorak. Making some more tabs here. Trollheim tabs. Also made a bank tab for it. Alright, I got my 40 kill count, so I'll wait here for Chaos to get to the dungeon and get his kill count. And eat my lunch. So it should all get fast forwarded. Had a pretty good run. No drops. We had somebody pop in to join us. Just needed 2 kills for their Slayer task, which was kind of interesting. It just gave us all the drops. I was a little bit worried that it was going to finally drop the thing we needed, but we ended up being okay. Probably maybe going to head back in. We'll see. Yo, good morning. I'm really letting this Tears of Gothics deadline slip. I gotta get fishing up to like a little bit past 73, so I think I'm gonna go do that. But before that, I'm gonna do all my dailies, pick my Nightmare Zone boxes, and go do farming stuff. Still no drop from Krill. I'm at about half charges on Arclight. And because I'm going attacker and Chaos is going tank, I've gotten like basically every kill, so at some point we're going to have to even up and I'm going to have to give him a ton of gold. So I should probably also find some way to make a lot of gold. I guess Zolcano is still that, provided that I, make all the mithril bars and then alch all the mithril bars, but that's a lot of work. But let me go do my daily stuff. I'll be back. Pretty good. 2 Runite bars from a random Magpie Impling. I haven't barehanded an Impling and got something relevant in a really long time. Here comes fishing 72. Yep. Super slow. 3 hours, a little bit more than 3 hours to get to 73. I'm going to go take a break and come back and try to wrap that up so we can get Tears of Gothics done. Back, going to continue fishing here. Technically it has spores up. I should make sure I go do that before I have to wrap here. So I'll knock that out right after fishing and then probably sign off. Fishing 73. Gotta get it a little bit higher than RuneCraft, so I still gotta get another 4K or so XP here. Hopefully I'll be able to quickly knock out Tears of Guthix and Hespori before I gotta prep for stream here. Alright, I got necessary XP to go do Tears of Guthix several days late. 997, 996, 1 million and change. Because we're gonna have to do Slayer soon. We'll go do this and then a Hesperia run and probably just get fast forwarded unless if anything interesting drops. 194 tiers, pretty good. 12,804 RuneCraft XP. So I don't have to level Slayer just yet, but I will have to level Fishing a little bit further to keep it ahead of that. Let's go do Hespori, and then I'm going to take a break. Still no bucket. Now 3 kills above the drop rate. Alright, taking my break. I'll be back in the morning with more farming runs or something. Good morning. Daily farming run. Yesterday my plans kind of got messed up. I needed to get fishing leveled up on par with RuneCraft, so I still want to try to do the 1.5 tick woodcutting at the teak logs in Fossil Island. I couldn't quite figure it out last time, but I'm going to try to practice it again. If I can't get that working, I'm just going to clear out those patches and replace them with mahogany logs so I can get farming XP there again. But I'm going to go work on it. I should do this medium clue scroll too. I'll try to remember to do that after the farming run's done. Wow, I just accidentally clicked one of the citizens. I didn't realize you could attack them. It hit my favor for 5%. I'm going to try to fix it now with raking, but apparently that's a thing. Alright, here comes medium casket. Give me them ranger boots. Nope. That's not what that is. I'm gonna go ahead and do an easy and a beginner clue scroll just to get them out of my bank too. Black leprechaun hat. Okay. I'm going to take a quick break. Alright, so I think I've got this 2-tick thing down, or 1.5 tick thing. I'm able to do it pretty consistently. The XP rates aren't awesome because I'm stopping to bank all of my logs. I think it's like 200k an hour if you never bank. But I definitely want the logs because I do want to get construction up to 90 at some point in order to make the spirit tree plus fairy ring. That was it. Excuse me. I need to eat some lunch, so I'm going to do some AFK woodcutting for a bit. And then we'll come back to going hard on it. Let me also check how I'm doing with charges here. Alright, so it says 30 charges remaining. I'm going to put as many charges in it as I need to get the next level up. I think that's just the way I'm going to handle it now. Should make sure that I don't overcharge it. So whatever it says the number of actions are to the next level, that's how many I'll throw on there at a time. Until I get to 85. And then I think I really want to stop woodcutting at 85 because it's gotten really slow and I don't really care that much. I might try to get to 85 and then go get the one diary that's associated with 85 and get it over with. I'm still eating over here, so I'm still doing AFK woodcutting. I think my plan, my hope, once I get to 85 woodcutting, I will have enough banked teak logs to... I won't have enough to get to 90 construction, basically. But I'm hoping that miscellanea will make up the difference. I need about another 7,000 logs, and I get quite a few per day at 100% miscellanea. Because of that, I'm hoping that I can like permanently hang up my woodcutting. I can call woodcutting a done skill at 85 and just never touch it again after boosting for that diary. I'm a little worried about boosting for the diary simply because I'm guessing redwood logs, there's a chance you wouldn't even get a log within 60 seconds of the boost, but I still expect it would be faster to boost for it than it would be to get to 86 or 87. But I would be very happy to permanently say goodbye to woodcutting because then I can disassemble this crystal axe, make my dragon pickaxe, and do the same thing with mining. So if I can say goodbye to mining and woodcutting permanently, then I can make the crystal harpoon because fishing is the longest grind. It's the slowest skill of mining, woodcutting, and fishing. And I have to take it to a higher level than any other skill. I might end up taking mining up to like 89 or so I can boost up to 92 and get amethyst. Making amethyst broad bolts might be useful for range training, that sort of a thing. I'm still debating whether I should just go hard on Nightmare Zone range training or if I should do chins. I think I said earlier that it's about 7 hours of chin hunting to get 1 hour of ranged XP. And granted, the ranged XP is like 600k an hour. So I think it ends up being pretty comparable. It might be slightly more efficient to hunt for chins and then do an hour of range than it is to do, an equivalent 7 hours of Nightmare Zone. And granted, I'm getting Hunter XP along the way, but I'm not super concerned about Hunter because I don't need it for any diaries. I'm already above the diary cap for that skill. But you could argue that Hunter XP is useful because I need it for other things like catching more implings, doing herbivore, that sort of a thing. Speaking of herbivore, since I'm just chatty right now while I'm cutting these logs, I think I do want to get herb lore to 86, just because I'd like to make as many super combat potions as possible. The krill run I did with Chaos Factor, where I brought super attack and super strength potions instead of super combat potions, the difference in inventory slots is a pretty big deal in terms of sustain. So I'd like to be able to easily boost
to 90 and basically burn through all my Torstalls to make as many super combats as possible. That'll be easier at 86 herb lore. I'm not going to go nuts trying to get to 86. I might just keep banking the herbs that I get from herb boxes and other things, and then just try to go for it as it makes sense. I'm not going to go out of my way to farm secondaries, but it is a light goal I have on the schedule here. Main thing right now, though, is I really want to get rid of this crystal axe. I feel like it's burning a hole in my bank. I don't like having to reserve these hardwood tree slots for teaks. I can go back to using them for farming XP as soon as I finish up 85 woodcutting, but I think it's going to take me multiple sessions because, yeah, woof, the XP per hour right now is not good. AFK or otherwise, just because I'm choosing to bank the logs, I'm taking a pretty big hit in XP per hour. Woodcutting 83, 2 extremely long levels to go. Best I'm able to manage right now is about 110k XP per hour with this 1.5 ticking method. I'm maybe 60% accurate with it. It's pretty tough. I'm going to take a break. I kind of want to die doing this, but I'm able to march forward on the dream that when I'm done forever, right? Probably be back. We'll see if I come back before the daily reset, but if so, I'll do a farming run and then probably come back to this. Very much looking forward to retiring the Crystal Axe forever. I probably can't do 1.5 ticking, so I'm just gonna AFK woodcut for a bit. Hey, exam random event. Take some Herblore XP. Oh, I've been off mute for a while. Hopefully I catch that. I say that a lot, don't I? What was I going to say? I guess fortunately the way I type is pretty obvious now. Like I can tell what the waveform of typing looks like compared to the waveform of talking. So I should be able to catch it and fast forward through it. I was going to say that I have a mandatory Windows update pending, so I'm going to have to push that here. I'll probably wrap. It's impressive how AFK is like 50k an hour and 1.5 ticking is like 110k an hour if I'm doing it right. Pretty big difference. I'll probably go back to 1.5 ticking tomorrow. I just had too much work to do to pay that much attention to the game. Because of that, I'm going to have to restart my machine after this batch of Teak logs. We'll probably wrap when I come back. We'll do farming dailies, and I'll try to get back to this, get it over with. Hey, what's up? I wasn't able to comment last night. I did test Spory and some more woodcutting. I'm gonna go do dailies, Nightmare Zone, boxes, farming, that kind of thing, and then we'll come back and keep woodcutting. Hopefully get this over with. I think I've just discovered that this is a little bit easier to do around the corner of a tree. I'm gonna try and see if that improves my XP per hour here. Just got a medium clue nest. I'm going to do that and an easy and beginner clue that I picked up, and we'll continue woodcutting. Do an AFK for the moment so I can get some work done. Been a medium clue scroll. I got a cape I haven't seen before. Bandos cloak. Oh, cool. Probably use that for God Wars dungeon. It's not as good as the fire cape, obviously, but having another god-related thing is nice. Let's see if I can put that in my POH. Need all 6 parts of the set. Dang it. I might switch off of teak to mushroom solusep cutting after this. I feel like it would be worth getting some of those. Yucky.
babysitting, obviously. It'd be worth getting some of the fossils to get some more herblore XP. So I'll look into doing that. Nothing good from either the easy or the beginner clues, of course. So I'm going to go bank some of the stuff, and then we'll try to do mushroom. And I haven't done this mushroom cutting since before the quest cave. I think I had to do this to get a crafting boost for some reason. My hit points are up by 20, and I've got the play-around house that I can work to, and then use the mounted dig site pendant to get out of, and use the ornate pool. This is all pretty convenient compared to what we had before. I'm very excited to have switched to this mushroom cutting. It's pretty easy, especially with all of the advantages I have now of higher hit points and the player-owned house and the ornate rejuvenation pool and all that. But also the XP per hour is pretty close to what I was getting from Teaks. I mean, I guess I'm not banking any Teaks, so I'm not making it easier for me to get to 90 construction, but that's such a mild, it's not even a... I don't even think it's something I'm going to want to focus on until after Diary Cape anyway. Just because I already have a Spirit Tree and a Fairy Ring, it's just going to save like a couple steps in the house, right? So, also getting the fossils potentially means we can get more herblore XP for free, which is cool. So yeah, I'll do this all day. Screw the high attention tick manipulation on Teaks. It's just not fun. Woodcutting 84, one more level. Then I can hang up this axe forever, hopefully. I have to go back and watch the VOD. I feel like I accidentally dropped a ton of fossils, but maybe I deposited them on my last trip and was just such on autopilot that I didn't notice. I'm going to go ahead and split the VOD just to double check here in a second. Not that there's anything I can do about it, but after this one gets finished being cut. Alright, I checked the VOD. I just had a really unlucky run where I didn't get any fossils or anything, so... Everything is fine. But my last run was dry on fossils and stuff. This was insane. Got 6 caps, tons of fossils. Looking good. $85 woodcutting. Thank God. Hopefully I never have to touch it again. I'm gonna go deposit all this junk. Probably come back and do the fossils, but first I'm gonna go try to get some spices and boost to do the one diary that matters, which I'm probably not gonna do for a super long time because it requires completing Chambers of Xeric. But I really wanted to be able to disassemble the crystal axe, and now I will be able to do that. So let me go figure out what kind of spice I need. Brown spice, maybe? I'm not sure. It is, in fact, brown spice. Okay. I think I have some left over from the last time I was boosting herb lore. I came out with fewer banked teak logs. It'll just take longer in miscellany for me to have enough. It's a lot of pneumalites, though. I'm kind of excited about that. Where have I been stashing those? Oh, nice. 12,000. Cut redwood. Need a wood cutting level of 90. Alright, here we go. Not on the first try. So I get a maximum of 3 with that. Okay. There's +5. Please get it before the buff runs out. It's possible that won't happen. Hey! You have completed an elite task in the Karen and Cabos area. Achievement diary has been updated. Awesome. Sweet. Do not need those. Just gonna dump them here. Now I can finally take apart this axe. Revert. Receive a dragon axe and crystal equipment seed, but no crystal shards. Crystal tool seed, dragon axe. Fucking awesome. Okay, and then I think the plan was to do the pickaxe next. I have to go sing it, so... Here we go. Sing Crystal Pickaxe. I might end up making the Crystal Pickaxe my final version of the tool so I can use it for Zelcano, but I don't mind swapping it there and back. Yes. Wonderful. Oh, that's right, you get some XP for doing that. Sweet Crystal Pickaxe. Get hype. So I'm tempted to go try Zelcano for a bit with the new Crystal Pickaxe to see how that affects my efficiency in there. And then I think when we come back I'll try to work on power leveling mining. But I never need to touch woodcutting again. I think that's true. I'm trying to think, like, why would I have to do it again? Leveling construction, but who cares? Leveling fletching, there's other ways to do that that's faster than fletching logs. Alright, that went pretty well. MVP on one of the runs. Got gold ore on that run, which is great. Still need to grind up smithing eventually. Not in my immediate plate, something I do need to do. When we come back, I will look into finishing up mining. I'll have to see where I should be going for that. I should probably get my blast mining done. Now's the time to do it, because I can get rune ore early. I have all this dynamite. I mean, funnily, I won't end up using the crystal pickaxe for that, but it's not that much dynamite to burn through. So maybe that's what we'll do. We'll do blast mining through all 655 dynamite, and then we'll come back and find something else that's effective for the rest of the time. I think we have to get to at least 85 mining. Let me pull up my diary tracker thingy. But I might want to go higher than that. Oh no, we only need 80. It's not too bad. I might want to go higher than that to be able to get amethyst. So we'll see how miserable mining is and what the XP rates are for it. And depending on that, we'll make a decision before disassembling this pickaxe and then putting it on the harpoon. I'll see ya. Bye. Hey, I'm actually back real quick. I forgot about doing those fossils, so I'm going to knock those out before stream. And then when we come back, I'll probably do something like blast mining. I also think after blast mining that I will go do Zelcano until I have enough banked materials to get smithing to the necessary level for the diary cape. And then only after having done that will I actually go mine, because I don't want to get extra unnecessary XP from Zelcano. Got to put in my bank pin when I logged in. Okay, here we go. Fossils. Okay, that's my final fossil pull there. I'm going to go take what I can from that at the Baroque Museum, and I'm probably going to actually take a break. Congratulations, you've completed this display. Scroom. Oh, that's cool. There's not much scroom left in that case. Crash, bang, wallop, what a picture. Go ahead and use these on. Pretty good. Small fossil, medium fossil. This room's about to be done. Zygamite. Medium fossil. Tar thing. Alright, so this section has a large fossil that I didn't finish. And there should be a medium back there, I think. Plenty of smalls. Okay. Saber-toothed squirrel. Nice. Paleontological nutcase. Oh wow, is this all one giant fossil? That's crazy. Okay, let's see. Where's the rare fossils go? Medium, medium, medium. Shark beast. Something jawsome from the deep. Groan. Mark of a good pun if it makes you groan, right? Goblin merfish. Live it was a goblin merfish, but now it has no eyes. Liver and egg. Egg extraordinary. I'm excited to finish that large fossil. Mush twice. It's cool that it's a lot of creatures that don't actually exist in the game. That makes sense, right? As much as I can do with mediums. Only make one rare. To 6 smalls. Find where the rare display even is, I'm not sure. Hoop snake. Biclops. 2 hits are better than 1. Crab shell. But they're gonna make a praise helix joke. Merfolk skeleton. Alright, where's the rare display? How many rare displays are there? There's only the one new? Oh, I guess there's nothing to make with the rare ones. Fair enough. Also with the plant displays too, it's unfortunate, not right there. A primitive joke. Oh, it's a butt crack. Okay. Also appears to have a crack in it. Tic-tac-toe. Ancient cave painting. It's a drawing of tic-tac-toe. It's awful. I'm gonna get a little over 50k Herblore XP, that's nothing to sneeze at. I'm gonna get my battle stats from Zaf, and then take my break. May as well get the 100k plus gold a day, you know? Hopefully those will sell. The price is coming down pretty close to the diary cost. It's not good. Okay, cool. I'm out. I'll see you later.
Good morning. Farming dailies and probably blast mining and then Zolcano. Until I have enough banked smithing materials to get to 86 smithing, which is what I need for the diary cape. Trying out this new RuneLite add-in called Inventory Setup. It mirrors whatever you currently have, and then you can use it as like a bank filter. So I'll try to use this for things like farming runs in the future. It seems like a pretty cool concept. Alright, I haven't done this blast mine thing in a while. I think it's chisel, tinderbox, and then a full inventory of dynamite. I'll give it a shot.
Today I learned you have to deposit the ore after every run because it disintegrates in your inventory. Did not know that. Alright, we're going to do some God Wars dungeon with Chaos Factor here soon, so I'm going to take a break from Blast Mine. Let's get my big, crazy XP drop here. Have you any ore for me? 40,000 mining XP. Pretty close to 77. That's cool. Alright, so I've got my inventory together. I'm going to take a short break real quick before we go to God Wars dungeon. Hey, I'm back. Chaos is on. Gonna head out now and go get some zombie kills. Alright, Chaos is here and has all kill count. About to pop in a second. I'll probably just fast forward unless we get a drop. Got a shard drop. First shard drop is God Sword Shard 3. God Sword Shards might push me to do the whole trading for equivalent items thing, like I was talking about earlier with trading for God pages and that sort of thing. We'll see. I haven't made a call on that yet. Alright, so we got God Sword Shard 3. That was the only unique we got. And a bunch of other stuff, but nothing super exciting. I'm going to burn through this clue scroll real quick. Alright, got a casket from this thing. Here we go, drum roll. Oh, I got a crozier. That's actually a huge deal. I was like, the coin value isn't worth it. So I was just sending a screenshot to Chaos Factor because we're going to split the gold on clue drops. But that's a big deal. It's needed for an emote clue step that I've had to skip. Go ahead and put that in the treasure chest for now. Remember to get it out later. Neat. Dude, this inventory setup plugin is the shit. I wish I would have gotten it sooner.
Okay, we're about to head back in. No drops that run. We're up to 43 kills, 44 total. No real drops there. We're going to settle up gold once we actually get a significant unique to drop. Okay, just did all the kill math. I owe Chaos Factor about 675k, so I'm gonna kick that over to him. Alright, got my setup for Vandos. Got inventory setup, plugin, calibrated. Pretty pumped about that still. This is comical. I've hopped to like 20 servers and cannot find an open room. I mean, missed any of that text there. I guess I wasn't on mute, or I wasn't muted. Chaos brought super energies instead of super restores. So we gotta bounce out here in a sec. Alright. No drops last kill. I'm gonna try one more time. Keep getting people that show up and make fun of my gear. It's a weird thing to, like, brag about. You didn't save up a bunch of gold and buy a bunch of stuff off the Grand Exchange. You're trying to earn your drops as we speak. I always grew up as, like, wealth is something you should be ashamed of, not something you should brag about. But that's not how everybody is. Alright, no drops from any of those attempts, but gaining experience, understanding fights a little bit better. We'll get there one day. Okay, I think I've done about everything I can do for today. All those God Wars dungeon runs. I think I need to get the attack to 99. I might interrupt my whole mining, smithing, diary plan to knock that out. I was kind of hoping that I would do enough Barrows runs to get the Darok set before I tried to go back to Nightmare Zone. Maybe I'll try to do that. I know I'm all over the place. That's part of the fun of this game, right? I might try to give... We'll see how much I can tolerate. If I can survive a couple hundred Barrows runs to see if I get lucky and get the Darok set, then that would increase my Nightmare Zone efficacy quite a bit.
On the other hand, I do have a lot of household chores that I need to do, which I would not be able to do at Darox anyway. That would already have to be like AFK Nightmare Zone. So to that end, maybe I should just suck it up, go in there with the Obsidian gear, which is fine. You know, it's like 90k an hour or so when I go the 15-minute Super Combat AFK mode. And just try to finish off attack and save Darok's set for getting strength and defense up. I guess I don't want to take all 3 of attack, strength, and defense to 99. I want to leave at least one of them open for doing content. Like General Grardor, I would hate to get XP post 99 because I don't care. Like, I don't want it to get wasted on some stat that I'm not going to increase. So maybe we'll do attack 98 and then defense 98 or 99. Because I think I'd want to stay at attack stance for content where hitting matters. Anyway, we'll consider that next time I get a chance to log in. It might be quite a bit of barrows to see how far we can take barrows. I need runes from barrows anyway, so I can keep doing Monkey Madness 2 bursting for magic levels. And at some point when I have time to do chores, I'm going to try to do another set of many hours of Nightmare Zone grinding to get attack up as high as we can get it. See ya.
Good morning. Daily stuff. There we go. Daily stuff and then blast mining, maybe? We'll see. Mining 77. Oh, and 1900 total level, apparently. Cool. Alright, we're about to get a big XP drop from like 2 hours of Blast Mine. Don't know if it's going to be a level up. Here we go. Give me my ores. 58,783 mining XP. Cool. I'm going to take a break. When we come back, maybe I'll do some more something. Not blast mining, because I'm out of dynamite finally. See ya. Hey, I'm back. I know I mentioned mining and smithing, but I've also talked about trying to get my attack up in Nightmare Zone, and before I do that I want to make a good faith effort at doing some barrows, see if I can get Darok set. So I'm going to try to do barrows for as long as I can tolerate it.
Alright, I can't handle Pharaoh's runs. I think I've said this before, but I need to, like, commit to doing 5 runs a day or something, because I want to die so quickly. I'm going to go buy a bunch of hammers for future Bandos runs with Chaos, and then I might take a break, we'll see. Hey, I'm back. I'm going to go give Volcanic Mine a try, because I haven't done that before. See how that goes, and then maybe I'll try to find some other way to do mining here. Alright, I'm in the mine. Don't see any other players here at the moment. Curious to see what's going to happen. I think I can just warp out if I'm the only one here. Players in mine. Should not be right. Maybe there's different instances? I guess I'll wait to see if I see players run by here. I'm going to mine some ash piles in the meantime. Alright, it looks like the only people who do Volcanic Mine do it in pre-made teams, which I'm not looking to get into. But there's a solo method that requires getting the large vessel, and that requires about an hour of running it solo. Doing this really easy noob method from a Wook's video. So I'm going to try to do that. I might fast forward through it. We'll see what I'm able to figure out. I'm not super clear on how challenging it is. I'm going to pop in there and give it a shot, see how it goes. Okay, so I think I understand the noob method here, just to get points to get the vessel. So I gotta wait for it to start. Wait for it to start, come down here, pick up this rock. Cross the water up here, right? I'm facing diagonally. Cross the water. Or the lava, I should say. Across here. Check this vent. Across this water. Check this vent. Head back. Get my rock back. Mine this thing. Block it. Mine it. Block it. Mine it. Pick up this rock. Block it. Mine it. I don't think I have to mine it again. I'm only gonna get more points than that. Okay, and then get out. And that's 406 points every time and some amount of XP when we leave, I guess. So I'll play around with that on fast forward. I just want to get that large water vessel so I can do the actual Volcanic Mine solo method. Alright, I've got enough points to get the large vessel. Probably need to take a break. Unlock. I give you twice as much water when you unwind. It is done. Maybe I'll come back and actually... I don't know if I like volcanic mine, but I guess I don't like the noob method of volcanic mine. Maybe I like actually mining the boulder and doing the minigame for real. We'll see. I'll come back. It'll be an opportunity to actually use the crystal pickaxe, which is kind of what I'm looking for here. If it's still miserable, I'll go find something else to do. Hey, so I apparently just completely missed recording, or OBS crashed, or something happened, but I did about 30 minutes of Volcano attempts. You can see that clock there at the bottom. I'll leave a note on this VOD to include screenshots of these kills. It'll count 363 to 368. I also picked up my Nightmare Zone boxes and sand. It's a bummer. At least it wasn't something like crazy exciting. I didn't get any like good drops. I got MVP a couple times, but nothing good. The timer's been adjusted. Yeah, I'm back. So as you heard, in the last two Volcano kills, I missed like 5 kills or something. I'll make sure the screenshots are included in that. I couldn't talk very much because we were watching TV in the living room at the time. I just had a quick break to explain so I could update the VOD title. It is a new day though, so I'm going to go ahead and do farming runs, and I'll probably come back and keep doing Volcano. So I never got around to explaining why Volcano. I did Volcanic Mine because I wanted to try to have a high mining XP per hour. But then I recalled that I wanted to do Volcano until we have enough banked smithing XP to get to the Diary Cape minimum, which is 86. We're not there yet. We're not even to 85 if I exclude my steel bars. So we got a ways to go. My thought is that we'll get a small amount of like 16k per hour smithing XP in there, and we'll get good use out of the crystal pickaxe. And then once I have enough banked smithing XP, I'll go find some other method, perhaps volcanic mine, something like that. But for now, I'm going to go do a farming run, and then we'll probably come back to Volcano, see. This really frustrating thing that happens sometimes where I'll like click and Volcano will move and it'll make my character like run toward them. And it gets me killed every time. It feels like shit when it happens. I hate it. Alright, overall, did pretty well. Got a good chunk of... I'm noticing that when you get ashes, that means you're the MVP. So, I probably was MVP 70-80% of the time. Crystal Pickaxe makes a pretty big difference with that, as does the recent change that makes your runecraft and smithing level matter. I do have enough resources banked now to get to 85 smithing without steel bars. So, I might put that... I might try to think if I should do that. The reason I would do that is that it's pretty AFK. If I wanted to go back and alch all of the mithril plate bodies I'd end up putting together. And if I can get to 85, I can smelt all of these runite ore, which would be nice for a little bit of extra XP. So let me sit here for a second and think about what I'm doing next, but some smithing is probably on the near horizon. I have a wireless keyboard now, and I would love to be able to sit in the living room and watch TV with my wife while I tap the mouse key to click to alch stuff. But alching is like the only task in the game that I can really rely on to not have to look at the screen for. So I'd have to get all of my mithril plate bodies all smithed and ready to go. Let me see if there's something requires a little bit more attention than I can do. Maybe I'll do my 10 barrows runs if I'm going to stick to that idea of doing 10 barrows runs per day. Wow. I haven't gotten a unique in a really long time. It's been really bad. Let me look at the loot logger here. Gotten 3 Guthan's Helms in a row out of 75 kills. I'm now on my 3rd Guthan's Helm. I really need to make a decision about whether Tin Man's going to allow me to trade equivalent items. You will already know if that decision has been made because I will have published a video, like a Tin Man footnotes video that would have come out way before, this episode gets published. I desperately need to distinguish this playthrough from just being an Iron Man. I'm not just an Iron Man that doesn't have the little icon next to my name, so people give me shit when I'm in God War's dungeon. I think that if the point is to not skip content, if I trade this Guthan's Helm for like a Darok's Helm, that's not the end of the world. I gotta look through my whole collection log. Let me take a look over here while I'm chatting about it. Barrows. So here's the theory, I think. First of all, stuff that I've already sold. For instance, I've sold Torag's hammers. I may have sold Torag's helm, but I'll have to double check. I can freely purchase those back. That's always been one of the rules. The rule I'm considering here is so long as the items have a comparable drop rate, like an equivalent drop rate, I would even say, that if I have 2 extra Guthan's Helms and 1 extra Arm's rope skirt, that I can sell those and buy Darok's helm, plate body, and plate legs. I think that's reasonable. I think it increases the chance that I'm going to encounter real content. And I don't think that it's completely outside of the spirit of the restrictions, because I did do 135 Barrows chests, right? Which is more than if I was, completely unrestricted and I just bought all those Barrows gear and have just been farming Vorkath for weeks and weeks. I'm actually going to cut the recording there, and I'm going to really think hard about this concept. I think I was planning to publish a footnote video and ask viewers for their thoughts on it. So maybe I'll just take this time to actually go ahead and get that video recorded, get those thoughts, and then land on one side or the other. I'll have to make a document to track when I trade things like this. So if I were to roll this out, it would apply to basically everything. Clues as well. The big thing for clues for me would be the pages. Shared treasure trail rewards, yeah. So when I have duplicate pages, it's okay for me to trade them for equivalent pages, which I could have, if I was going to deploy this rule, I should have done it a long time ago, because I could already have a couple god books now. But whatever. Also, if I get duplicates of a hard treasure drop, like having 2 Bandos full helms, I could trade that for, say, an Armadillo full helm. Not that I need that right now, but anyway, I think it's reasonable. I'm going to go ahead and work on that footnote 2 video, and we'll see what people say.
Hey, it's Future Marstead. Sure enough, I published that footnote video. I talked about it in the Discord, and everybody was like, yeah, the equivalent exchange idea of you can trade things that have the same drop rate is completely reasonable. I think I've set this up a couple times in the playthrough that this was coming, because I didn't want it to be a surprise, but when it was happening to me in the moment, I was really bummed, because I'm like, oh no, I'm going to change my rules in the middle of the playthrough. But the reality was, a person who has never played RuneScape before isn't the most informed person to be able to make a rule set for a restricted account. So the first time I actually started to encounter the more brutal drop rates at the end of the game, I feel like was the best time to actually sit down and draft up rules. And after this point, they're stuck to. Again, the goal with this playthrough is to not just be a shitty Iron Man account. I'd like it to be a little bit more open, somewhere between Iron Man and an unrestricted account. And I think that this is a really good compromise to be able to do that, where I still have to do the content until I get enough duplicate drops that I can start trading them. But I'm not as screwed as a real Iron that has to sit there sometimes for hundreds or thousands of Barrows kills to complete the collection log. And that was the episode. Thanks for watching this far. It was about this time in the playthrough that I started to wonder, is it even worth recording the diary cape? So much of it is just going to get fast forwarded and silent and not a lot to say and maybe difficult to parse, that I was thinking about just not publishing any of this, but it doesn't hurt to publish it, I guess. If you're enjoying it, you're enjoying it. There's going to be cool, unique content that we're going to come up to later, and it'll probably be worth seeing my reaction to that. So if you don't hate it, I will keep publishing it. I said I wanted to talk about the video essay, so if you haven't already seen it, the link is in the description. Why RuneScape is not an MMO and why RuneScape is awesome. It is done really well for me on YouTube, and I think I said at the end of the episode that I wasn't trying to blow up with that video or get a bunch of viral success. And sure enough, while people watching it on YouTube have been very kind and have enjoyed it very much, it is poison to the 2007 Scape Reddit community. It's 3.5 hours long. I joke in the video that RuneScape is made for people who like long video essays, and I still think that that's true. I think that people on that subreddit like to watch long content, but Reddit as a platform is mathematically not well disposed towards sharing content like that. Unless if you're an established creator and you're going to get a bunch of upvotes when you first post it because people trust you. If you're a rando nobody like me and you see a 3.5 hour YouTube video with a clickbait title with a claim that sounds obviously debunkable, you're not going to watch 5, 10, 15 minutes into the video to see what my point is. You're just going to say that guy's an idiot and downvote it, which is basically what happened. So I don't think it's ever going to see success on Reddit, and I've made my peace with that. It was a situation where I had spent 1,000 hours working on this, so it would be stupid not to try posting it. And unluckily for me, the first person to comment on the video was someone who was taking a really literal interpretation of what I was saying. He was saying, wow, this is so inaccurate. You're saying that RuneScape isn't an MMO. You're saying that calling RuneScape an MMO is like calling Dota an RTS, but Dota is nothing like an RTS. And I'm like, yes, that's the point that I'm making. But the problem is, people that are on the subreddit that are trying to decide, do I upvote this or do I downvote this? The first thing they're going to do is not watch the video. They're going to look at the title and then they're going to read the comments. And if there's something nasty in the comments, that's going to give them guidance as to whether this is good or worth their time or worth upvoting or not, right? So I think that maybe there's a world where I post it at the exact right time of day where nobody nasty is in the comments to leave a bad comment and it gets a little bit of initial momentum that holds it over until it gets higher on the page. But I think I'm over trying to post it to Reddit. I ended up deleting my post once the nasty comment I talked about was the highest voted comment, and I'm like, okay, there's no way this is going to succeed because anyone who clicks on it is going to see this nasty comment at the top. Later in the day, Straight Banana 2 actually posted it on my behalf. So Straight Banana, if you're watching this VOD, thank you so much for caring enough to try to get it out there and do another pass and defend it. I really appreciate that you did that. It stayed up for the rest of the day. It was 50% upvoted and downvoted. So I think that anyone who watched it upvoted it, and basically everybody else just saw the title and downvoted it. But going forward, I think just basing it on YouTube algorithm discoverability is going to be fine. It's already doing much better than my average videos. It's already got a lot of likes. It's got a lot of really kind comments. Thank you to everyone who's commented and said something nice. It made me feel a lot better when there were a lot of people on the subreddit trying to make me feel really bad for this thing that I worked really hard on. I usually don't do calls to action. I made fun of it in the video by telling people to not subscribe and not follow me on Twitch. But here I am going to ask, if you enjoyed the essay and you have friends who play RuneScape or played RuneScape, or you're in a clan chat or a Discord community or just kind of a small group, something that's small, not like Reddit, if you tell your friends, hey, I really like this video, I thought it was good. I know it's 3.5 hours long, but it's broken up into 14 chapters, so you can split it up and watch it 15 minutes at a time. I think that kind of organic discovery for it is what it needs. I don't need it to be like a gang-busting 10,000, 100,000, million view video. That has never been in my mind as being a possibility. But because I did put so much work into it, it's great to see more people see it. So if you know someone who might like it, that's probably the only way they're going to find it is if you tell them about it. I would really appreciate that. So that's the longest video outro rant I've ever done. Thanks for listening to that. I'll let you get back to it. Next week, there will be more fun Diary Cape content from me. I'll see you later. Bye.